Afternoon, everybody. It is Tuesday, the 18th, a couple of days after Father's Day, and I just thought I'd do you a little bit of an update on little Monty, who is just sat at my feet at the moment. Hi, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he'll jump up, maybe he won't. I don't know. He's feeling a heck of a sight better. Eating again, he's drinking, and he's having biscuits. He has been feeling very not himself, very tired and lethargic, and we put that down to what was going wrong with him. And the vets have been absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to, sweetheart. Just going to go and talk about this stuff here. Stronghold Plus stuff. It's absolute. Comes in pellet form like that, like a liquid, and it's got a little popper stopper at the top, and it's just absolutely amazing. Oops. And you get stickers to say that it's done, and you get to put those in your file, so that when you take him to the cattery, or if you have to go back to the vets, then they can say, oh yes, he's had and on these certain dates. So yeah, absolutely. If you have got a cat that is really suffering with fleas, and you know you need to make sure that they're 100% taken care of, bless them, then that's the stuff. Give them that. Absolutely amazing. Well, camp mom, mega mom, whatever. I have one child here for the next 4 or 5 days, and then she's off to South Korea, and for a long, long time. And my other child is going to Ljubljana in September, I think, and is it Bosnia she's going to in August? It's all happening in our house. We're staying here. Parents are staying here because we're so busy with business and my husband's job and everything else. It's just no travelling this summer. Maybe autumn we might have some time, but summer is just rather busy. Yeah, absolutely. Fun things that I am starting to do is compile a summer reading list. I haven't quite finished what I'm doing. Got a lot on this week. I've got more dental treatment on Friday, which I am truly not looking forward to, but it is the last of my dental treatment for some time, while my gums soothe themselves. Oh yes. And then we can worry about building me some brand new teeth, which is going to be fantastic. Nicest gift I've ever given myself. Truly is. What else are we doing? My mother, she's going to be celebrating her 80th birthday in the not too distant future. The air conditioning part for the car came, which is fantastic. I'm thrilled to bits with that. Although we haven't had much of a summer yet, unfortunately, because all it's done is rain. Got Monty, he's tickling my feet. Sorry. Do you want to come up? No? You just want to annoy me while I'm trying to do... Oh, having a toddler in the house. It is. He's into everything. And yet he's butter wouldn't melt. Oh my god, I am so innocent. What are you talking about? I'm wonderful. You love me. Yes, Monty. Yes, I do love you. You are adorable, but you shouldn't play with my toes. Oh, it's like living with Kitty Kruger. Mm. He wants my feet all the time. You're incredibly naughty, aren't you? Started an audiobook of Dean Koontz, and I'm reading the book at the same time as well, which is really, really bonkers. And I've left it over here in my Dean Koontz pile, which I have to yet take upstairs because they're all still here, and they shouldn't be. They should be upstairs in the library, which is where I'm going to take them. But yes, we started Phantoms, and I'm enjoying reading it. I'm enjoying listening to it. It's a bizarre thing. I hate. There's a movie that matches this, starring Ben Affleck as a rather hot-looking sheriff. So can't wait. Gonna really enjoy that movie, but I have yet to find it. And it's not on Netflix. It's not available on Amazon. Where am I going to find, apart from little YouTube clips of it, where am I going to find a copy? Answers, please. Yes, because I really do truly want to watch it. I mean, does that just not intrigue you? What I've got to so far is the feeling that it's like the old ones from H.P. Lovecraft. If you know what the old ones, Cthulhu, the Call of Cthulhu, and the old ones. That's what I get. That is the feeling I get anyway from this novel so far. I haven't yet figured out who or what the creature is, but blimey, I honestly can't wait to find that one out. So yeah, that's what I'm loving so far, but I am going to be putting together a summer reading list, a fairy recommendations summer reading list. As soon as I've got this last lot of treatment out the way, I've got my youngest child off to South Korea. I've got my eldest child either off to Bosnia or Ljubljana, one of them. I can't remember. I probably got them the wrong way around. And then my husband and I were just going to sit back and just go, phew. Well, I've just got them out the door. So that door at the front spins round like it's a hotel foyer. They do say raising children, it's the hardest job you will ever do in your life. And oh boy, they were not kidding. But it is also the most rewarding job you will ever do in your life as well. To see them get through their education, to help them from start to finish, and see them go into the career that they have chosen for themselves is mind-blowing. And it's all the adventures that you have along the way. There's a really good book called Dad Toddlers and the Chicken Dance, and I think there's another one to it called So You're Having a Baby. Anyway, they were written for fathers by a father 20, maybe 30 odd years ago, because our children are 22 and 20 respectively, 18-month age gap in between. Boy oh boy, we have just, wow, when you have kids so young and so close together, you hit the ground running. And you know what? Neither of them came with an instruction manual, so you learn on the job. There is no training that you can get for being a parent other than getting on with it. But The Dad Toddler and the Chicken Dance is an excellent, excellent book. We bought it for many fathers to be who have now got children in their 20s, and they've all said the same thing. That's an excellent, excellent book, because there is one section in it that you must remember that you have your children for a very short period of time, and then they spread their wings and go. And you have to remember that you're a couple before you have the children, you're a couple while you have the children, and you're going to hopefully be a couple long after they've flown the nest. That's the plan. And I know sometimes that doesn't always work out, and life happens, yeah. But my husband and I were like, we got this by the ass, babe. Yeah, we certainly did have it by the ass, babe. It's just been, yeah, intense, fun, hard work, tears and tantrums, screaming, prima donnas, and that's just me. My children are wonderful. They are finding their own way in this world, and Lord knows it's tough out there, kids. But your parents will always be here, and we will always have your back, no matter what. You could do anything, and apart from, I can't help you get away with murder, or planning one for that matter. Just getting that out there, okay? But you're gonna do fine, girls. You really are. Honestly, it to all mums and dads out there that are just starting out, and you think, oh my, yeah, this is so hard. I haven't had a sleep in, broken a full night's sleep. My nights are broken. I just right. Get your kids to 20, then get a kitten, and then start with the sleepless nights again. Can't recommend it enough. But no, seriously, you're in the thick of it. You've got toddlers, you've got babies, and you're thinking, wowee, it's hard. This is so tough. It's the hardest job I've ever done in my life. It does get easier, right? You are going to be meeting loads of things as you go through life, right? You're going to have the toddler tantrums, but you're going to get the cuddles and the, I love you, mommy. I have my shoes on the wrong feet, and I love you, mommy. Oh, mommy, I can't find my shoes, and they're right in front of them. It's like, what is wrong with you? They're right there. And yeah, this is the point where dementia takes over, and you'll be fine afterwards, I promise. But yeah, so you got the toddler tantrums, you got first day of school. I don't want to go back to school, mommy, and that's just the headmaster. There we are. And it does happen. And you get them through nursery, then they start infant school, and they do the Biff and Chip books. I don't know if they're still doing Biff and Chip books, but that's what we were doing back then. And the Magic Key. Some of you old girls, you'll know what I mean by the Magic Key. And you get them reading that, and then you get them through infant school, and the phonics, and the mathematics, and everything else that they've got to do. And then you get to infant school, and then they're coming home with a covered in paint because they've made you a masterpiece, and you must put it up in your kitchen wall because that's part and parcel of it. And you go through infant school and you deal with everything that they bring home, like nits and worms and bugs and flu and everything, and right, and you do all that, and it's horrible. And you go to junior school, and they bring it all over again. Fortunately, when we start high school, we don't have it as much because they've learnt to wash their hands and they don't have their heads stuck together with their best friends. Or you hope. Oh, yes. And then, oh, wow, when we finish junior school and they've done their 11 plus and the SATs exams and the brains are just ready to explode and they have 6 weeks holiday. In between all that, you've been getting them ready to go to high school, and then, oh my goodness me, year 7, high school, first year, you send this beautiful child to that school and they come home and they're swearing, and let's hope it just stays at swearing and they don't do anything else. And they go through high school and teenage years hit and their eye rolling starts and their back chat and the slamming of doors and the screaming. And then, as I say, that's just me. My eyes nearly rolled out my head. Some of the things that they used to say and do, to be honest, I've been blessed throughout my life. My children have never given me a jot of bother. My desk is wooden, by the way, so touch wood. Yes, definitely. But they've never given me a jot of bother. They've been such good girls. I can't really fault them. They've just got hearts of gold. And I hope you experience that too. You will have moments with your children where you want to wring their necks and they want taxiing everywhere. Bring on Dad's taxi. Oh yes, Duba. That's what we should have written on the side of Dad's taxi. Dad's taxi, Duba. And he does the driving, he does the fetching and the carrying and every single thing. He's such a good man. He really is. So you're getting your kids through high school. Oh, the GCSEs are coming up, aren't they? Ooh, that's fun. Yeah, screaming, I can't do this. And parents in the background are going, yes, you can. We believe in you. You're doing a great job. We've only just got to the GCSEs, right? You've had all those levels of high school, all those years going through high school, yeah, and you get the GCSEs. Then you get to decide, is it going to be college, sixth form, apprenticeship, job centre? What's it going to be? Hopefully you've steered them in the right direction, that an extra bit of education never killed anyone. So you get them doing their A-levels or their equivalent GMBQs, whatever it happens to be, an apprenticeship. Yeah, steer them in the right direction, get them educated. Educated people do better in the workforce, they certainly do. And it's helpful, right? Nobody wants a nation full of dullards. So let's get our kids educated. So we go for the next stage, 2 years. A-levels apprenticeships might be 6 or 7 years, depending on what you're doing. If it's like building, wood joinery, are you going to become an engineer? Are you going to become a nurse and need to get A-levels and MBQs and everything else? Are you going to become a scientist like my other child and spend time doing your A-levels, and then you're moving on and doing the grand tour? First year of A-levels under your belt, college under your belt, you're going to go and do the grand tour. You're going to go around all the universities that offer the course that your child needs to do at university after they've finished their A-levels. Now, you will see about maybe 6 or 7, and out of that you're going to start a nice thing called an UCAS form or an UCAS form. And this form you will put your first, second and third choices in. And you'll also do a personal statement. And all this goes to the central administration. All these people sit down and go through, and then you work out how many points you're going to get, because points mean prizes, people. Yes, they will get you in at university. So that's why you've got to do so well doing your A-levels or your MVQs, or if that's the route you choose. You want to do the apprenticeship, again, you still get day release to college, but you've got all this going on in their heads, as well as they want to go out and have a good time and have a party and get too drunk, and definitely don't come home pregnant. Absolutely not. Because you're going to be throwing your life away if you do. Yes, your education comes first. Time for marriage and families is after you have had a good time yourself and got your education out the way and got a nice job under your belt and a house and everything else. This is how life is supposed to be. Doesn't always work out like that. It really doesn't. And some people get there in the end, but it might take them a little bit longer than others, you know. Life is life, right? And it happens. And you just have to, yeah, get on with it. So this is taking a very strange turn, talking about the children, but here we are. So you push to get them through their exams and they come out with A's and B's, A level, fabulous. And then university comes a knocking and they go off and do their interviews. And then the golden ticket arrives and it's all hands to the pump. Because not only have they got themselves in a university somewhere in the country, then you have to go and do the dad, toddler, and the teenage dance, I think this should be known as. And you end up doing the mad rush, getting everything packed up, and the top box goes on top of the 4x4, and you look like a Sherman tank rolling down the road. With your child's sole possessions and the child in the car, and you get them all the way to university. You go to the dorm rooms, you unload, you then take them out and do a massive food shop, and you make sure they have all the toiletries and all the cleaning products that they're going to need. And then the hardest part comes of all. You have to leave them there, and you might slip them £1,000 in an envelope, 100 quid in an envelope. You tell them it's for emergencies, right? If you need to get a train ticket home, you need to fly home if your child's going abroad. Actually, if they're flying home, you're going to give them a credit card, you're not going to give them cash, which, we've done that too. Dad's credit card, of course, with strict instructions on to be used in emergencies. But the hardest part is after you've done all that, from giving birth to getting your child to university, the hardest part is saying, darling, I love you. You're going to be fine. Don't cry. And that's me. Don't cry, Mom. And then they're like, hey, boo, boo. I'm freedom. William Wallace, you've never heard that. Students going, freedom from the parents. Oh, yes. And there they are. The first night you've left them. Yeah. A phone call. Mom. It's usually the mom that they're after. And, yes, dear. What is it? How do you cook a potato? I failed. Darling, first of all you peel it and then you chop it into little chunks and put it in some water, boil it on the hob for 20 of your earth minutes. Anyone remember the Smash, Make Smash adverts for the aliens? And then you drain the water off and put in the milk and butter, mash, bit salt and pepper, boom, done. Yeah, it does happen. And then you get the ones where, Mom, can a white load go in with a coloured load? Yes, if you'd like everything to be pink. But Mom, I will pay you not to do that. Mummy will pay for 2 loads in the washing machine. But Mom, it still came out pink. Did you put a red sock in? I didn't see it go in. Oh, we've had it all. We've had it all. So yeah, your first year of uni out the way, right? Bonus, your child's still alive and it comes home with 90 million houseplants and you didn't send them with one. What have you been doing with your time up there? Visiting every garden centre in the Northern Hemisphere? What have you been doing? But Mum, I got one and it will only, so I got another and that will only. We've been through this. kid you not, my youngest child, when she was younger, about 3 years old, yeah, because we'd just moved into this place, and she'd been in the garden, and I found her in the downstairs bathroom, and I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "They needed a bath, Mum." And I'm like, "What do you mean they needed a bath?" And I looked in the sink and she'd filled it with water and she'd thrown these worms in. And then she said they were all dirty because they'd been in garden. And I was like, "Yeah, but that's where they live. They live in the garden." And at this point, I knew she was going to be a zoologist. And she was busy washing these worms in the downstairs bathroom sink. And then she decided, I said, "Well, they do have to go back outside, darling. The ones that are, you know, still with us." and she must have sneaked outside into the garden, because she came back in and I found them behind the radiator. And I was like, "Oh, I don't believe you've done this." And she goes, "But Mum, they were wet and cold." I said, "Oh, so not only did you wash them and drown them in the sink, you decided to fry them up behind the radiator. Oh, thank you so much." What can you do when you have a child that's that inquisitive? Encourage them to become a zoologist, and hopefully not wash any more worms in water and dry them off on a radiator. That would be a start. So, she's just finished her second year and she's doing absolutely amazingly. And so much so that they've actually integrated her degree now. She was just going to do a BA, but she's going on to do a master's, an integrated master's. And we couldn't be prouder. We couldn't be more proud of her. I mean, her sister comes out with a first class with honours for children's nursing. Top of the class by a clear mile. She walks into her dream job, and in fact I've just done her uniform because she's going for training tomorrow for mental health, for children's mental health, and she's damn good at what she does. She really is. But my other baby, she's got 2 years to go, and she's actually spending the summer at a university in Korea. I won't say which one until she comes home, because obviously it's private. And I don't want people to know that she's out there at that particular university all on her own, which, not cool. But she's out there learning the language and through the university, and they said, "Look, yes, you're brilliant. Your mind works that way. We want you to learn the language. We want you to do the masters." There's a oh yeah, my husband's just come in, so I'll just wrap this up. But she's just been taken under the wing of the head of epidemiology at the university that she's at, and he's just an amazing guy, and baby fairy is loving it. She really is, learning the Korean language and doing a master's with the head of epidemiology. I mean, like, wow. I'm utterly so proud of my children. And from the moment I gave birth to them to the very second that I'm telling you this, I love them. They've done an amazing job. Their education is tip top. We sacrificed an awful lot to get them here, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I really wouldn't. And now what I'm trying to say to all you mums and dads out there that are just starting out, hang on in there, kitties. It will get easier. And the reward you get for raising your children right is that they get the education that they need, the life experiences that they need, and they go into the job that is right for them, and they become useful to society. They really do. And It's hard work. It really, really is. But oh, the rewards are so, so worth it. They really are at the end. So just hang on in there, guys. You can do it. And I will get a lovely reading list for you this summer. It won't all be Dean Koontz, I can promise you that. Might even have a bit of Stephen King in there. And you can bet your ass it's going to have James Herbert, and I'm treating myself to a few from Alan Aspinall. Yes, you didn't think I was going to mention you today, did you, young man? But I will be getting your other books, and I just want to get this surgery out the way this week, get child off to Korea, and then I can actually sit down, relax, and read your books. All the other books, because there's quite a few, isn't there? And there's also, I believe, one on its way. So we are all going to look forward to that. I'll say what I always do. Happy readings, darlings, and enjoy and have fun with your books. And I'm sure I will find the time to put a summer reading list together for you. Take care and see you later.